Hey, Patrick Findaro here, co-founder at Visa Franchise and Vetted Biz. I want to go through a very American concept when it comes down to business that I haven't seen as much in my travels to 30 plus countries and talking to our clients from 60 different countries, where Americans are very focused on their time. How much is their time worth? And you see different professionals charge an hourly basis, whether it's lawyers, accountants, consultants. They're charging hundreds, if not thousands of dollars per hour for their time. So it's really important that you assess your time and how much your time is worth before you invest in a franchise for your E2 visa. Now, I have a general threshold where if you're making more than $250,000 a year in your current employment or through your own business, and or you have a net worth over $3 million, then it probably does not make that much sense to work day to day in a franchise business. Now, there are caveats. If you're going to plan to open up 5 locations and you expect to be earning 500K, $1 million plus from those 5 locations, yeah, it could make sense. Definitely makes sense to at least explore working full time in the franchise, as you can potentially make more money than you do in your current job or with your current business. However, if you're making more than 250K and you can work remote or you can manage your business back home from the United States, it might make more sense to work with a franchisor that can help provide a manager for your business day to day, where you focus more on the strategy, the finances, approving major expenses, and basically some of the different back office functions together with the accountant to make sure that everything's going smoothly with your business and you're providing more value add on the strategy side, but you're minimizing the time that you have to dedicate for that business to turn a profit as well as to be eligible for the E2 visa. So again, if you're making over 250K and you can continue to make that much in the United States, it might make more sense just to invest 200,000, 300,000 where you have enough margin for a day-to-day manager and work significantly less hours. If you're making 100K, 50K, and maybe you have to leave that job, or if you have a day-to-day manager in your business back home in Colombia, you're going to make a lot less money and you really need to live off this money that from the franchise business, then I recommend going all in, working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, at least for the first 18, 24 months until you have significant income that you can potentially hire a day-to-day manager or keep opening more locations and continue to expand. So it really comes down to how much is your time worth, and understanding if you work full-time in a business, are you going to make $5K a month, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month? When do you start hitting those numbers? Is it after the first year, after the first 3 years? You've got to protect your time. And you have to talk, if you're evaluating franchises, to current franchisees, as well as ideally former franchisees, to understand how much time they allocated to the business to get what kind of result and when that significant income came. So you're going to be super frustrated if you left your job and you were making 200K in Switzerland, and now you're working in a fast food business that is netting you 80K, 100K selling smoothies. And you're dealing with 8 employees before you only had 1 employee, and you're dealing with HR issues all the time, where, if you could keep that revenue stream at 200K and work remote or travel back and forth, that might be a better option, and have a business here in the United States where you have a day-to-day manager and you work closer with the franchisor, and you're not going to make as much money, nearly as much money from that business, but it's really what is your time worth. And if you are used to making significant money, then you have to be really smart with your time and how you allocate your time in businesses in the United States. If you're earlier in your career and you were just making $40,000, $50,000 a year in your home country, then it opens up a lot more options and opportunities where hopefully after the first year, you're passing that $50,000 mark, and a franchise that we work on together with Visa Franchise and you can continue to grow and expand and be growing year over year, your income and the size of the business. So again, you're in the United States. Americans think time is money, and you've got to do that before you plan your move to the United States. And we're developing a time calculator that we'll release soon, and we'll include in the show notes after this, once it's released. But you got to understand how much your time is worth per hour, per week, per month, to see what opportunities might be the best fit for you for your E2 investor visa. Thanks.